Hey everyone, this is Jennifer Beamer, owner-operator of Expertly Dyed Art by Science, and today I'm going to do a plying tutorial for you. A long time ago, I was spinning up a bat to show you that you don't have to be an advanced spinner in order to make really great art yarn. And with me, like I just kind of let the fiber do its thing. That's sort of how I end up being a beginner. But this is going to come naturally for you. So if your yarn looks a lot like this, I'll get a little bit closer. If your yarn looks a lot like this, then you'll be able to make this yarn easily, and it's going to be really gorgeous when we're all done. So this is it kind of looks like a corn dog, doesn't it? I can't help but think it's a corn dog every time I look at it. Anyway, so this is the spindle, and this is the shaft. There's only a little bit left. And this part, where all the yarn has accumulated, is called the cop. And you'll know when this gets full because what's going to happen is it's going to start to come off the top here. The whirl is only going to be so big, and well, the whirl is only so big, so you can't put more on the cop than really the whirl size, because it's going to start to come off as you're spinning. And then the other thing is this is going to get too heavy, because you think about, like, you're spinning 2 ounces of fiber on here. This is already like a 2-ounce spindle. It's going to weigh about 4 ounces by the time you get done. So the more you pack on, the heavier this is going to get, and depending on the diameter of your yarn, it's going to add strain to the fiber. So you don't want to put too much on there, basically. So a good measure is the size of the whirl. So if you look, if I can line up here, there we go. So you can see that there's really not much extended outside of here. I could probably add maybe another ounce of fiber here to the middle, but I would really be pushing it. It'd be sort of a pain, I think, dealing with it in the next step. But you can do that and experiment and figure out what works best for you. For me personally, I think this is as full as I want it to get, and this is about 2 ounces of fiber. So this is probably what yours will look like. Then I'm going to combine this with this, and I'm going to show you how to ply yarn such that you end up using all of your hand spun. For me, even to this day, I still do this method. But let me first talk about what this is. This is a ball winder. You've probably seen this at your local yarn shop, and if you've never seen this, it's a really simple way to form a ball of yarn. So this part here, you just attach this to the ledge of a table. You put this up to the table. You screw this part down so that it stays nice and tight. Then this here is where you thread the yarn through, and then you're going to put it in this, I don't know if you can really see here, there's a little groove up here at the top. You're going to lay the yarn across the top, and I have found the best way to crank yarn on here such that it doesn't get wrapped around the device. This arm is bendable. I find that if you keep it pretty much as far away as possible from the device, so you don't want it too close here. You can see how close that is. You don't want it too close, and I find if you have it on this side, when it comes up, get a couple different angles here for you. This end, when it comes, I find that sometimes the yarn, when it's being thread on, will get shoved underneath, and then you'll have the lovely task of undoing everything you've just done, taking it off the device because it's been at this point wrapped around there about 50 times, and then you have to string it all around your apartment to get it all out, and then you have to redo it again. So really, if you just think about this front corner here, if the hole is right in front of there, it's sort of like the sweet spot for this particular device. This one is Royal, made in Japan. I think a lot of these are made in Japan, but anyway, so that's my little trick for getting this lined up just right. And then what you're going to do is, once you've threaded this contraption together, it's easy, through here and then across the top, right, through here, across the top. You're going to start off slowly at first, right? See how it just looks like it's chaotically moving? It really starts to make sense once you get a little bit started. So what we're going to make is a center pull ball. So the center here, you remember there's going to be a piece of yarn here at the top. You're going to be able to find the inside of the yarn, or basically the start. And when you get all the way done, you're going to also have access to the outside of the yarn. This is important because we are going to take the start of the yarn and tie it together with the end of the yarn so we can make the plied yarn. Okay? So that is what we're going to do, and I'm going to make this part 1 in the tutorial so that this video doesn't become like a 50-minute long video. As you guys know, I really like to talk, and I think it works out for the explanation. So hopefully you guys don't mind my jibber jabber. Anyway, so this will be in the next video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off of the spindle. What I'm going to do is just hold the spindle and crank slowly, and then this is going to, you want to turn it off, right? So you wrapped it on. Well, I wrap mine on like this. Here, let me show you real quick. Okay. Alright, so this is how I wrapped it on. Right? I did this, I didn't wrap it around like this, right? So this is important because you're going to either add or subtract twists if you wrap it around like that. So when you take it off, you want to take it off the same way that you pulled it on. So you don't want to take it off like this. I hope that makes sense. So like I said, that's going to be important for making sure you don't add or subtract twist, because it will affect your final yarn. And if you take out too much twist, of course it's going to fall apart. So this will be the start of the next video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I will link to the first video where I started spinning this on here in the description below. And if you have any questions or comments or concerns or any other suggestions for other videos, please also include that below. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 2.